Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Let's get that music back up and running. I'm feeling absolutely amazing. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Two-tone with the pocket square. Match of the tie. 111,000. Getting a bit of a bounce here. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Could Sammy pull off a bit of a long here in front of the world? Let's see what happens. Let's break it down. Let's have some fun with the Crypto Lifer. How's that video? How's that audio? How you doing? How you feeling? How's everybody out there in Playland, digital, fantasy, currency Playland, right? But shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Hope my tie is right. Hope everything's going well. Bitcoin pumps the second I show up. I don't understand that. Put the lemon in the water. Get a good, nice sip of lemon water. Only time will tell. Let's get it going. Bitcoin pumping. As we speak, I was about to get into a long. If you saw me, right? I was like thinking about it. I was dabbling with the idea that this was a double bottom. A bit of a shoulder, head, right shoulder, an Adam and Eve. And look, once you break above this neckline, it looks like it may get a nice little pump here back to the 200 moving average of the 15-minute. So can we dig in here and get a pump? I was about to enter right there at 11,000. 110,862. Man, I would have been up pretty nice, pretty fast. You saw me? I was really close. I was going to go 489 for 1,600. Wow. I probably would have been up about, I don't know, $500-600 already. Hey, it is what it is. It didn't happen. I didn't pull the trigger. Let's take a look, though. This looks like there could be some movement here for Bitcoin on the smaller time frames. And I want to keep you included. So, did the 1 minute get back above the 200 moving average? It did. Wow, I missed my signal. If I just went to the 1 minute, look at there is my signal right there. The 1 minute made a flag above the 200. I mean, that's beautiful. Had I seen that, I would have traded it immediately. That you all know that's my Sammy special. I will be known for this. They should put this on my tombstone. I shouldn't even talk about my tombstone, but when I do go, I would like this drawn on my tombstone. The 200, the 21, and said, here lies Sam. This is what he gave to the world. Like he gave this system to the world. He gave this idea to the world, and I hope the world appreciates it. I mean, you could print money from your house in your pajamas with what I taught you every single day. It's pretty crazy. Anyway, and that's all, all I needed was a pump like that, but it looks like we may go all the way to the target there, 112,250 for BTC. How do you know this is going to happen? Honestly, you just study it for years and years, and it happens. When I see a flag above the 200 touching the 21, we get a pump. So silly that I missed this one. But again, I was taking a shower and I was putting on my suit right here at this moment here, the last 10 minutes, right when the show began. But it's funny, right? Bitcoin pumps right when I show up. How many times has Bitcoin pumped the second Sammy comes on the live? Who here got into that? Who here said, you know what? That's Sammy's system. Sam taught it to me. I'm getting in no matter what Sammy says or not. Shout out to Low Key Singularity. I like that. Shout out to Vincenzo. Oh, I love you, man. You're so funny. You're like, hey, don't be putting in those codes, huh? Don't be stepping on Sammy's toes over here. We don't got to send somebody over there to clean it up. Hey, don't be putting those QR codes out there on your gains. Don't be stepping on Sammy's toes, huh? Wow, and Bitcoin continues to pump right to the target. This would have been a beautiful, man, it's funny, and I was about to get in. I would have been posting a gain right here in front of everyone. We did post a gain yesterday, beautiful move, but look at this pump for Bitcoin. Out the flag, put a 333 if you took gains from my knowledge here. A bit of trade right now, nice W, yep. I got in right before. Bang, unbelievable. Pump it up, daddy. The second I show up, Bitcoin getting the move to the upside, and that's my signal. 21, crossing the 200 in the flag. That prints, baby. I wish I had just looked at the 1 minute a second ago while I was getting ready for the stream. It is what it is. I got to let it go. But that's rare for me to miss that, especially on a Tuesday morning? My favorite day to trade? Oh my gosh. Between 7 a.m. and 12 p.m. My favorite time to trade. So this is the signal. This is the time, right? You know when I say like the best time? Like if you literally waited for this every Tuesday and only traded it once a week, and I think you got to be more consistent than that to really get the data set. Is it only like 4 times a month? But still. And look at that puppy move, man. And now you look for the 5 minute to do something similar. And look, that's an Adam and Eve double bottom for Bitcoin. Can we get the bigger move, cross the 200 moving average? The key is to be really patient. If we're very bullish, this is what will happen today. We'll flag out somewhere here. The 21 will catch. We'll pump. And eventually the best trade will be here when the 21's touching the 5 minute above the 200. That could take till later on today. Patience, my friends, patience. There will be some moves prior till, and you might kick yourself for missing them, but that's okay. Don't get emotional. Just stay intact. Like right now, that's the perfect time to sell. Why? You're away from the 21-day moving average. The RSI and the stochastics got a baked, right? They're baked. They're overbotulation. You know what I mean? But what a move. And I live for this on the 1 minute. It's so crazy how I used to look at time, the price action, and there was so much action going on. And now I can literally print money out of just this one move. So tight, I'm not in right now. I'm like, I had to have gotten in. There has to be a trade. I'm in somewhere. Did I leave a trade open somehow, some way? No, I did not. Oh, the pain. Oh, the pain. And look, an inverted head and shoulder breaking to the upside too as well. When you look at it here on BitDinex, see? Shoulder, head, right shoulder, double bottom. That thing looks like it's going to plow all the way to the 200 moving average. I wouldn't be surprised if that goes to 113,008. And we just start to flatten the shorts. And this is a short squeeze, folks, to 112,000. Man, you guys saw me about to enter that trade during the countdown. And there's our short squeeze on BOOKMAP. They are crushing the shorts. Unbelievable. Absolute detonation here for the shorts. Wow. They just got absolutely demolished. Little pullback already, though, from 112. I would look for this to flag out on the 1 minute. It's getting vicious here. What I add in, I don't know. I missed my entry, so now I'm chasing. The closer you are to the 200, the better of the discount. Understand? Just Google this over time. And you'll be like, okay, I want to get in close to 200s. I want to sell away from the 200. I do this over and over again on the weekly, on the daily, on the 8 hour, on the 4 hour, on the 1 minute. It doesn't matter. It's such a solid system. It prints. I should have printed. I got to get over it. Sam, don't mention it again. It's over. Okay. Thank you. It's past. This too shall pass. The pain of knowing that you missed shall pass. You'll be okay. I know, but I'm a winner. I want to win every time in front of everybody. I know, I understand that, but not right now. Let's have our conversation with our split personality later, okay? We can't do this in front of everybody. I know, but I wanted to win. Want to win, Sammy. I know. It's okay. It's okay. They know you win, Sam. They see you win sometimes, and almost all the time. Just take a deep breath, okay? It's okay. Don't be insecure, all right? You're going to make it. I know, but just be quiet right now. So can we continue to push? Oh my gosh, this looks like it may just absolutely flash. I would be flagging out the 1 minute now. Let's do our top-down analysis. I don't even know if we have time. What a pump the second I showed up. I've been online for 10 minutes. Bitcoin's been pumping for 10 minutes, right? The second we came in, 1010. Look, that's 1010 right there. And boom, to the upside for BTC. Something about that 1010, huh? Bang, bang, bang. You guys want the Marky Wahlberg? Haven't done that in so long. I played a cop. I played a fireman. It doesn't matter, babe. I can do this. I was a shooter. I played a cop. I played a fireman. It doesn't matter. I can get it done, babe. I can get it done. Don't matter. Just stay inside. Duck, okay? I'm going to go outside with this. I'm going to take care of the bad guys. I can do this. My name's Marky Wahlberg. I was Dirk Diggler, and I approve this message. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. And my name's Peter Griffin. Yeah, that's right. Lowish. How many think I'm going to be? I think I'm going to grow a beard. Oh, man. But back to the old impressions. I've been working on my Matthew McConaughey's. See, you look up, see, you drive a Lincoln Town car, see. No, sees. He just makes his S's a bit different. I'll tell you what, when I was a younger man, I gotta work on it. Funny, man. Powell will talk this morning, crying about tariffs. Watch out. Oh, well, boo-hoo-hoo-hoo. They'll love that, right? That'll create some good price action for us. But say, look, I mean, the 1 minute crossed the 200 moving average. Now we wait for our next flag. If there's another flag here, that tells us there's signs of a continuation. We do this every single day, folks. It's like clockwork. I can't believe that was the best signal ever right there. In and out. Call it a day and move on. Like literally you could get in there, get out there, and never be in again for the rest of the day. That's how I like to do it. You only have to trade for a few minutes. You know, it's funny. I watch all these people. I could teach you how to be in the market for only a few minutes. I watch all these people, all these trading gurus, and because I get hit by all the ads, right? Because they know that I'm in the algorithm of trading. It's like, I could show you be in the market at the beginning. Or the other guys, I could show you how to get into these altcoins before they're on the bigger markets. Like, they're basically cloaking the fact that there's a DEX. It's like, come on, man. We teach you how to get into DEXs early. Like, we show you everything you need to know here for $99 a month, $3 a day. Jump on into the Discord. Find out why this is the strongest, probably best running trading group of the game, right? Other people focus on just trading Bitcoin, or other people focus on altcoins. We are able to give you the skinny on almost everything. Really position you to be a strong, full balanced trader, all right? And we give you the skills to tackle any part of the market that you desire. Whether you want to swing trade, lev trade, whether you want to just be a long-term holder, it depends however you want. I have mastering those all in front of you guys every single day, and you can learn. So come on in, get an education, find out why the Crypto Lifer is growing at an exponential rate compared to everybody else in the entire industry. CryptoLifer.com, hit subscribe and find out more, all right? Hit the subscribe button. You have a monthly, a quarterly, or an annual subscription. I'm here every single day. I do not miss. We did not get absolutely obliterated and liquidated in that last crash. Almost nobody did. My group did very well. I was just like, hey, well, I'm not going to trade too much today. I'm not putting out a lot of trades, and we dumped. My friend was visiting from out of town. I hadn't seen in 4 years, really 5 years. We hadn't really spent a good amount of time together. So it was a special moment for me. And then, it was actually a blessing that that's when it crashed, because I was able to put things in perspective and like, you know what, I'm not going to ruin my time with my friend just because Bitcoin's having a conniption. You know what I mean? It stinks. It's not what I want, right? It's not beautiful. It's not perfect, but it is what it is. It's okay. Like, I can breathe through this. I can get through this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. So, yeah, I was actually, I thank God for that my friend was here when Bitcoin did that. Because I might have been all focused on that the whole time. And instead, I said, you know what? And even if my friend wasn't there, I should have been focused on my kids anyway. You know what I mean? Like, my family. And realize this is just Bitcoin. This is the price of Bitcoin. If you're not ready to handle the ups and downs, then you're not ready for this market. It may not be for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, crypto lifers are people that can handle the ups and downs of these markets, the battle. Like, it's not easy. So look, this is another signal, basically. You're above the 200, about to make a flag, touch the 21-day moving average. This definitely could continue. It is a little bit of a chase. I would have liked to have been out already. 113,430 would be that temporary target. Stop loss would be at about 111,307. Something like that. I'm not going to get in just yet. I'm going to kind of watch this for sure. 111,281. But, I love trading. Hold on there. There we go. 154 for 630 is a great. That's great. I had a great 2-3 days of trading too, so we've been doing absolute loveliness. So no reason to really rock the boat here and give back any gains. Been really, really happy with this week's gains already. Gotta stay positive. It comes and goes. You always have to stay positive no matter what. And you get in the habit of being a positive person. That becomes a habit that you entrench yourself in. You just be able to do it time and time again. Over and over again. Jim Rohn, I listened to him today. Did you? I listened to Jim Rohn today. You know what? He said so many poignant things that really hit hard with me that will stick with me forever. Right? He talked about productivity. Today was the formula for massive productivity. Okay? And he talked about the 4 pillars of positivity, of productivity. And he talked about how each one is great, but you need them all. So he said you need clarity, right? The first thing he started with was clarity. And what he meant by clarity is, I want to get rich. How? How do you want to get rich? Do you want to start a business? How much money do you want the business to make in the first year? What product do you want to sell? I want to sell, basically, I want to rent jet skis at a high rate, right? I want to make a jet ski rental business, and I want to make $1 million my first year. Like, you have to set clear goals. And that's what clarity means. Clarity means defining the goal really clearly. Like stating, I wanted to get to 100,000 subscribers. I want to make it on YouTube. Okay. The universe will say, okay, but how? Like, what do you want to do? You're like, oh, I want to I want to get to 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Oh, that's okay. You have a specific goal now. Understand? You've got a specific goal. I get it. I like this idea here. I'm going to take this trade. I'm going to take the live trade right now in front of you as we're kind of bouncing off the 21-day moving average. Remember, the closer you can, in my humble opinion, you figure this out for yourself over time, but I back-tested this. The closer I can buy near any moving average, the better off I'm getting price. If I'm buying up here away from the 21, I'm paying a little over for price. If I'm buying near the 21, I'm paying good price. That's why, look, you see, almost no drawdown there. Possible, We'll see. But this thing may flag out and give us the pump up to 113,000. We'll be able to make that action, or we'll get taken out. I may lose the trade. If I lose, don't call me a loser. If I win, don't call me a genius. It's just a trade in the data set. You see what I'm saying? Just one of many trades. We have some resistance there, too, that could, push us as support right there, too, isn't too shabby. So now that I've kind of jumped in and watched the smaller time frames, we'll do our top-down analysis. I really want to tell you so clarity. Number one, you need clarity, okay? First thing, and this is for traders. This is if you're going to become a long-term professional trader. You're going to trade for a living. You need clarity. How much money do you want to make at the end of this year? I'd like to make $100,000 leverage trading. You write it down. And your old self is going to laugh at your new goals because your old self didn't believe in who you are now. So when you first start saying these things, you're going to be like, there's going to be this guy inside of you, woman inside of you, that's going to say, hey, you're not going to do that. Because, that's the old you. But you're going to say, that's not me anymore. I'm a crypto lifer. I joined a trading group with a guy that shows up every day. I show up every day. I am different than I used to be. Say I am right now. I am not the same person I was last week. I show up every day just like Sam Price does now. I show up every single day just like the crypto lifer. Okay? So the first thing we need is clarity. Where are you going? And exactly where do you want to be? Okay? I want to start working out. By next year, I can only bench 100 pounds today. By next year, I'd like to be able to bench 170. I'd like to be able to bench 175. Realistic goals. Write them down. Where do you want to be in a year? Okay? People that write them down get the way closer to their goals, right? So clarity. The first thing we need is clarity. All right? Then we need discipline. And also, clarity, now you need focus. So now you know where you're going to go. You need to focus on that every single day. You could say, okay, I know exactly where I'm going to go. I want to make $100,000 next year. But what if each day you lack focus? And one day you work on it, the next day you don't. You work on it for 2 weeks straight, then you take it off for 2 weeks. A lot of people say they want to become a trader like me. They want to trade for a living. They join the trading group and they say, yeah, I desire what Sam has. I want to work from home. I want to travel the world, make gains. I saw him go to Singapore and make $16,000 in a couple days. I would like that lifestyle. I desire that lifestyle. Look at that. Dumpage immediately. About to take me out. Oh my gosh, right at the wick. So crazy. So again, let's go back to the idea. So people desire, right? So now you have to have focus. Every single day I wake up and look at the charts. Every single day you got to wake up and dedicate some time to the chart. Every day. You say, oh, but some days I don't have it. Some days I'm busy. Well, then maybe it's not for you. But if you want to become a successful trader, someone that actually does this for a living, someone that can help others, someone that can push themselves to the limit, you got to be able to do this every single day, even if it's just a couple hours a day. It's okay as long as you did it, as long as you keep the train alive. So there has to be daily focus. All right. Then comes the discipline, because some days it's not going to be easy. You got to stay disciplined no matter what. Look, a little bit of hidden bullish here may really get us to bounce. We may still stay inside this and get a bounce to the upside. It's not over just yet here for Bitcoin. It's interesting. That's not doing the backwards movement anymore. Huh. That should be undoing what I'm doing, but it's not. Anyway, we'll figure that out at a later time. So here's the deal. So now you've got focus, clarity. Then you have focus. Then you have discipline. Now you need the energy. Where do you get the energy? Eating well, sleeping well, right? Those things are important. Working out. I worked out this morning. Did you? You got to take care of yourself. All right. We've talked about BNB on this channel many times. You can go to all the timestamps. I've mentioned it almost every day. Yeah, so, yeah. And I've showed you that it's inside of a flag here, attempting to break out bigger. See this? Just watching this right now, and we have alerts on it. I've been watching BNB, looking for it to bounce off this lower high. I just want to see it consolidate inside the nose of the triangle. Once it does that, that's going to be the move for me personally. And I love BNB. They got me last time. I went all in. I want to go all in again. So we'll see. Target takes you to $1,800 for BNB. I love when people say, no one knows this. Is how we do it. We've been talking about BNB here. I got into BNB at $1. Okay? So long time ago. 180x there, right? Or no, even more. I think that's just insane. So BNB, baby. I've been watching BNB for a long, long time. The bot, remember? It bought the bottom here. It's waiting to get out. Somewhere at about 118,000. So the bot needs to get out. ZORA, I like ZORA hanging out here too. It's following BNB in a way. If it can bounce, get tight. I see ZORA making a bounce all the way back to 18. It's one of the hotter coins I've seen in a while. All right. All right, let's get back into BTC and give you that value that you're begging to get every single day. That's why you come here. We drop that knowledge. We drop the value on you. So look, I'm still in the trade, but it's not looking amazing. They wicked it. They pumped it. They wicked it down. It's choppy today. Very choppy. And I believe we got something going on here too with Jerome. Let's take a look at Forex Factory and break down what's happening this week. So today is Tuesday, and FOM Bauman speaks. Chair Powell speaks today at 12:20. So right at the end of my stream, you're going to hear him spew a bunch of nonsense. That's definitely going to have the market up and down. Probably a good reason not to trade at all. You see? So we'll see. You never know. I'm not risking too much. So, and again, it's about proper risk management when you trade. You can trade as much as you want as long as you have, trade as much as you want as long as you have proper risk management. You got to have proper risk management. 100%. Too many people don't teach it or don't preach it. They just show you look at my big win. Look at this. It's great and all, but you got to explain to beginners what the risk is, what's going on, what's involved. Because they can't understand, and they try to replicate that behavior, and they get absolutely rocked. So, but again, that's why I encourage demo trading for long periods of time. My good friend, he demo traded the 100 grand. He made it to 15,000. So proud of him. He's like, I think I'm ready for real money, man. And he made one of his first real money trades while he was here in my house, and he won. He made gains, right? Little by little. I told him I traded 100 for 300 for 2 years straight on leverage. I just 100 for $300. And I used $2,000 accounts. And I basically made it till I could turn 2,000 into 4,000, 2,000 into 5,000, 5,000 into 7,000. And I turned 5,000 into 7,000 6 or 7 times. Then I was able to buy altcoins because it was a lower altcoin market back then. Bitcoin was trading 40,000, 50,000, 60,000 even. And I basically learned how to trade leverage when Bitcoin went from about 20,000 to about 60,000. Hardcore. Every single day I opened up a leverage position almost 7 days a week, no matter what, using my strategies, and some I lost, some I won, and I just kept battling through until I found I basically put myself through the washing machine until I found a system. But you know what I mean? At that point, I have to be honest, I was rich enough, I had the capital, I could burn through 20 trades and lose $100 and I didn't. It's not what happened, but I could have, and I still would come back at it. It didn't matter to me. I don't care if I burned through 20K, $100, $100 for 300, 100 for 300. I eventually started learning when not to trade. I take stupid losses and I'd be like, man, why would I trade on Friday afternoon? Or I do 3 beautiful trades in a row, 300 straight, 300, 300. I make 900 that day. And then I'd trade Saturday night and give most of it back. And I'm like, all right, I'm not doing that anymore. And I started saying, okay, when do I go hard? And then from doing all that, I learned the best times to trade because I was trading so much. It really wasn't about the money, but I was always trading. You see, because I was constantly out there. It's like a tire that's constantly out. Here's something interesting. So you have 2 traders. Let's say you have tire 1 and tire 2. And bear with me. This is a tire on a car. Let's say one car drives on a highway for 10 days straight. And it has someone can basically drop it gas while it's driving, let's just say. And that tire goes on this road. Now this tire just kind of drives for a couple days, takes a couple days off. Which tire is going to know the roads better? Like know how the road moves, know how the ups and downs. This tire, the tire that's been doing it more. And it might find times that are better in harsher, less, whatever. It learns more about the ups and downs of the road. Not the greatest, metaphor, but it's decent enough for what I'm saying. And so the point is, if you just keep doing what I did, and I'm telling you, you're going to find a system. But you're not going to find a system if you dabble, if you just do it here and there. Oh, every day I do this, and then I do that, and sometimes I do this, and sometimes I do that, and you know what I mean? I always go back to the buoy theory. We have buoys that track the weather. We put them out in the middle, in the ocean. We put them out outside of harbors. They got like 70 feet of chain. They're in 80 feet of water, sometimes 100 feet of water, and they're sitting there. And they sit in the same place. Because they sit in the same place, and sometimes the waves are really high. Sometimes the waves are small. But it tests the waves. It measures the waves every single day. And because it measures the waves every single day, right, we're able to figure out what's happening. We're able to get a reading. You want to become something that can give you a reading. How do you get a reading? By being there every day, right? So a lot of people want to use a fast moving indicator. They want something to tell them when to get in and out and just press the button. What happen is you're going to start trusting that indicator so much and not trusting yourself. And then you're still going to make horrible mistakes. But if you watch the market the way I did and you get in tune with the market, no one will be able to tell you a dang thing but yourself. You'll know. You'll be in tune. You see how in tune I am. And you'll be just like me. It'll be just like that. You'll be so in tune with the market. You'll be able to sniff out a long or a short. The charts will tell you what's going to happen. So we went over how to have a successful life. The 4 pillars. You have to have good energy. If you have just good energy and you move around and you don't have focus, the energy can go anywhere it wants, right? There's a lot of people with great energy. They work 7 days a week, but they don't do it in a focused manner. Jim Rohn talked about a man that worked 7 days a week. He focused on running the business so much, but he never focused on the business itself. He decided to take 2 hours out of the week to focus on planning and directing where the business was going. That 2 hours out of the week changed the whole entire direction of the company the year later. And he put in the same amount of effort. He actually took out a little less time from the constant work and some time into actually projecting into the future. This is so important as a trader. Where do you want to be in a year from now? And always kind of connecting the dots. And people, this is very, very important. All right. So we're looking for the measured move here on the weekly. And that still takes you to $176,000, $180,000 BTC. Right? If you take it all the way from this wick to that wick, which I believe we can, and we get the breakout. Yeah, I'm getting $187,000 Bitcoin. Still, right? And look at the bounce here. Look at this, man. Look how close we were to getting clipped out of this, and now we're basically about to be in the money. This is crazy. Look at this, everybody. And you'd say highly favored, maybe. Geez Louise, I mean, look at that. That's crazy. But if you put the stop at that exact place, you'd still be kicking it with me. Does that mean we're out of the water yet? No, but at least we got that pump back to the upside, and it's been heavy volatile today. We're looking for this to make a flag of some type. Really want this to continue up, make the right shoulder. And we're going to get back to the smaller time frames, back to this trade. It's a $41,000 trade, $666 in it, 62x leverage. And we're about to be back in the money now. We were about to get sniped out. We were so close to getting taken out of that trade. No emotions needed, though. Look, I did not get emotional. I didn't grab the stop. I did nothing. Look at those wicks. That happened last night. Remember how close they got? They ended up sniping me. Anyway, so the weekly, looking for this bounce, looking for us to kind of stay above this level right there, 107,000. Can we defend it? Can we defend right here, 111,000? You can see it. There's kind of a battle right there too as well. 3-day chart, looking for the higher low. The daily, attempting to bounce. And again, we never went back below the daily 200 moving average, which is, whenever these get tight on the daily, a big move happens. Right here we got tight, a big move. Right here we got tight, a big move. Right here we got tight, a big move. We're getting tight again right here on the moving averages. It's telling a story. And if we keep staying tight here, it suggests somewhere by November, and we could go 2 months sideways. I keep saying this. It does suggest that we may go sideways in a bigger range. And the range will be from like 110 to 120. It's going to be a pretty awesome range to trade. As Bitcoin gets bigger, the ranges it stays in get bigger as well. And I don't want to drink the hopium copium too much here. You know, we're not out of the water just yet. It's not like, oh my gosh. But so far, so good for Bitcoin today. Like, it could have been worse. 111,800 can we hold? So volatile this today. That's nice. I like that. Just stay inside some type of pattern here. And again, we'll get into that. So the daily staying above the 200, bullish to me. You know, that's a bullish sign. That's some hopium copium. Hold on, the music stops. When the music stops, that's when the life comes on. You fight for your life. No, but seriously, a nice little bounce here. Nice little bounce on the 12-hour too. Possible double bottom. Another tweezer bottom. And I just like going at these tweezer bottoms. You know, a high-risk move right now is to enter the trade right here with a stop below these wicks. See if you can get back to the 200 moving average even. But look, that would be a beautiful double bottom. You can see it. On the 12-hour, that's pretty strong. And that would take a measured move back up here to liquidity, $121,000 BTC. So right now, we're attempting to put in a double bottom here on the 12-hour time frame. I'm liking it. Oh my gosh, don't do that. So look at this. 8-hour closes with a pin bar, bullish pin bar. That's a bullish sign too as well. And then here we are with the 1 hour getting a bounce back. So they kind of made a beautiful flag. They grabbed all the liquidity down here that went long. Then they snatched all the shorts that thought that was going to dip. Pretty snazzy moves if you ask me. Made a shoulder, head right shoulder though. An Adam and Eve double bottom. I was able to call that and see it. I was seconds from getting in. And then here we are making a flag again on the 1 minute time frame above the 200 inside of a bit of a flag here. I may have just front ran it a little bit, but this looks beautiful. And so as long as this stays intact, stop loss below 111,003, stop loss below the 200 moving average. And we called out my system right there even when we crossed the 200, but there was a beautiful flag here as we touched the 21. If you're just jumping on in, I trade the 21 and the 200 moving average. I give away my system for free. I'm the nicest guy you've ever met. And I show what plays out time and time again. I make live trades in front of the world, like this one that's up 8%. We're starting to pump nicely. And I was so close to getting stopped out. It's absolutely absurd. 2 times the wicks were seconds away from getting me. Look, I mean, that's nuts. I was at 111,281. I think the wick went down to like 283. I was $2 away from getting stopped out of that trade. That's insane. Now we're up $90 on the pump here. And it looks like this thing may start to rip. My goodness. You never know, huh? You never know what's going to happen here in trading. Unbelievable. That's a crazy swing that you guys just saw. And again, I should have been getting it in my first. I missed my, none of that should have. I missed my first entry. But again, it's okay. I believe that a lot of people that study me and learn from me were able to get in on that and make some gains. And that's all that matters. Can people make gains off your knowledge? If they are, you're doing something awesome. You can help people make gains off your knowledge, then you might as well keep giving the knowledge, right? So shout out to all my beautiful people here, loving life, staying positive and believing in themselves. We are the opportunity. You know, the day after that whole crash, I said, we're all the opportunity. I woke up on that Sunday morning. I made $6,000. Are you kidding me? And it sounds like I'm bragging. I hate, but like, let's just say any trader. So it just happened to me the way, you know, and for me, I was like, man, how did you make $6,000, Sam? I said, you stayed positive, Sam. I said, when a lot of people were down and out and got liquidated, number one, you didn't get liquidated, so you weren't on the wrong side of the trades. You weren't greedy when everyone else was, so you had capital on the sidelines. You know, you took an L before to get out of the market, right? If you guys saw me, I had to sell ASTER for an L. Like, I don't hide away from my L's. But that was a great move. You know, the prices would have plundered themselves further down. So here we are. So yeah, now I'm looking for consolidation here on the 1 minute time frame. And that looks like, look, if you hit all shift over, that's 21 minutes, right? So I expect nothing less. If we're bullish, I expect us to either pump out of nowhere or go sideways. But right now, I am calling a move to the upside based off my years of doing this. We're above the 21, tight moving averages. The odds are with us. We're going to get a reversal at least back to 113,300. That's that reversal, that resistance area that was so important the last time, remember? I said we got to get back above 113.3. Very important. Shout out to Crypto Billy in the house. Thank you for being here. God bless you. Shout out to all the beautiful people here that are kicking it with me every single day. I love you all. You're awesome. And I just appreciate you all for being, supporters of the Crypto Lifer channel. Every single day we show up. Two-tone pocket square. Come on now. Who else got the two-tone pocket square, baby? Nobody, baby. Nobody. So, yeah, we love y'all. You guys are the best in the game. I've never seen a better community than the Crypto Lifers. I mean, it makes sense. I showed up every single day. You think I would have attracted the most consistent people in the United States and the world, and I think we did. So then when you join the Discord, you're around people that are really serious and ready to rock because we've attracted that type of frequency. It's a high-frequency Discord. It's not a low area. It's an area of learning, an area of pushing, and an area where people want to be their best, and they want you to be your best. If you're around a bunch of people that don't want to be their best, then how can you become your best? It's very difficult. Like you're at the bar, everyone's drinking down and out on their luck, talking about how bad everything is. No. You got to be around high-frequency individuals that believe anything is possible. That is contagious. Look, that's where I would have got out if I was in a swing trade too. I mean, nice little move down. And look, this is exactly what we want to happen. This is showing us we drew it out. Make this right shoulder, consolidate, and get us out of here. Can you look over TMX? We got a super chat coming in from Brian Rhodes. Can you look over TMX token update on CMC? And our exchange is launching in the next weeks. Oh no, it's his exchange. Hey Sam, please can you take a look on ASTER? Dude, triple diamond. Interesting. Shout out to all the beautiful people here in the house. 15-minute, and I'm the YouTuber. I'm your favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber. I'm your favorite analyst, right? Everyone that watches or does TA watches the Lifer. I'm telling you, you'd be surprised. You'll watch my TA, then you'll see my TA all around the internet. But we do it first. We do it first in the morning, every single weekend. We bang out every single Monday. We don't stop. That fold, bro. Amen. Amen. So looking for this bounce. Important that we get the bounce here. Bitcoin down $3,403 on the day. Oof. Yikes. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're probably right. 100%. 100%. All right, so we're watching to see this go sideways. And there, we just took Bitcoin from you all the way from the monthly, all the way down to the 1 minute time frame. You kind of understand Bitcoin as best as you could right now. You can see the ups and downs. You can see the reasons why. You can see the like if we lose the 200 here on the 1 minute, this is an M pattern dumping on our face. And there's another resistance at 112,000. You see? We get the bounce. We go sideways. We got a chance to win. And how do I know this? Because I just went after all this stuff and back tested it for you for years. Yeah, XPL is nice, but I don't know. It's been kind of bleeding a lot recently, right? I got alerts on ZORA. I got alerts on the hottest coins right now that look the best to me. And there have been some pumps. Yeah, see, XPL just took a dive. Last time I looked at it too, I was like, be careful. I wouldn't be in XPL right now. It looks like it got VCs, people that were in on the inside and they just selling it off. I mean, it could possibly bottom out here. I'm all about moving averages. Like you got to get above a 200 on like the 15 or the 1, something. Then I could take it somewhat seriously. It's attempting to do a double bottom of some type and get above resistance, but not amazing. Not amazing. Let me jump on into the super chat, see what people are saying here on the stream. We got Brian Rhodes, TMX token. Let's take a look at TMX token on MEXC. I mean, it's been booming to the upside. Look at this thing, just absolutely ripping from the $2 in September. And look, it even made a flag here back in October 8th, and it pumped from 824 all the way up to 10 beans. Now it's kind of curving below the 200 moving average. You see, it had a huge pump. I mean, it went straight up. Look at this for days. Went straight up for days. I'd start looking at it here. I mean, interesting. I mean, the best time frame I can look at it is on the 1 minute. And you could say it's right now battling the 200 moving average in a bit of a flag. If it loses that, this could be a pump area. I mean, I do like it when you're near the 200. You don't have a lot of sauce, and this thing just continues to rip. I'd be careful, though, of something that's up that much. You see what I'm saying? Looks like it's got pretty small market cap based on the candles too as well. Target will be 1168, but I don't know if I would chase that. To me, it's a little high risk for me. But hey, the TA does, it has higher highs and higher lows. Sammy, can we look at Sex Exchange tokens now? Or the future? Do you hold any Weeks token or Chronos? God bless. You know, I definitely hold the Mexi token. I definitely hold the Weeks token. Let's take a look at WXT here. And again, and everything I show you is just pure speculation and entertainment. I'm just going over what I see. You know, this token's been in a beautiful uptrend. And when the market took a dippy-doo-dah, it took a dippy-doo-dah, right? It had to. I mean, it's just kind of what happened. But it held its own pretty much. And if it can hold the 200 moving average just like Bitcoin did, and look, it got a beautiful bounce off 3 cents, right? Look at that. I would look for it to stay just kind of in this consolidative mood. And I mean, it could easily dump to zero. You never know. These are high risk, high reward. But this does have utility. People use it for less fees. There's a bunch of stuff you can do on WX, on the Weeks platform with this token. So I only assume it will continue to go up. Weeks continues to push. And they're not stopping. They're running a really tight ship there. So, hey, I see it firsthand. I watch how the employees are treated. I watch how they all are really in unison. They got a really good team, a leader. They have one of the best leaders I've seen. You know, I watch all these exchanges. I know them all. I see how they operate. And Weeks has the most energy right now and like a really good focused team. They're really connecting. They're young. Like I'm able to really kind of, I feel a good family connection and good connection. They're moving. You have to remember, all these exchanges are businesses, right? And how the businesses run has a lot to do with what's going to happen to that exchange, how they treat the customers, and more. So, and I only, you know, I partner with exchanges that have integrity, that I get to know the people. So, those are and we're still looking for our greatest partner right now, like over time, you know. But Weeks has really been amazing. Unbelievable. So look, I mean, Solana looks a little sketchy right now to me. It really depends on what Bitcoin does today. But, you know, 196 is strong, and as long as it can kind of stay in this area, not lose this trend line, stay above the daily 200 MA, the 3-day 200 moving average, we're in good shape. I mean, the bounce off the daily 200 moving averages, those are great places. As I showed you, those are where I like to get in on my smaller time frame scalps. So look, the trade looks like it's going to go down on us. Right? We're back down 100. We're back down, almost getting stopped out again. So we were in the money a little bit there. 112,000, not amazing, like $100. And now we're slopping around. So it looks like Jerome Powell speaking today is kind of cluttering the market. And it's going to take some time for us to get clarity. And we didn't get the bounce. We needed that nice, beautiful bounce. So I kind of front ran my signal, and you can see he's struggling right now. After, you know, getting saved by the stop losses twice. I mean, what are the odds? And now maybe we double bottom here, though, at 111,400 there. You know, you're attempting to double bottom now. I will dream away that we could get a bounce. Thank you. 111,511 for Bitcoin. Huh. Only time will tell. 1,547 beautiful souls here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Let's get those likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. Yesterday we took gains throughout the market. I made about a nice $740 and $2,000 on KKX. I made a nice $2,300. So the trades have been hot. We've been in and out at the right times, and then just sitting when the market's just not giving me what I want. Like right now, and when the market's not giving me a lot, I'm not over trading. I'm not going 1,000 for 3,000 and giving back $1,000. You see what I'm saying? When you're on the right side of the market, it's easier to stay on the right side of the market. You know, because I've been on the wrong side before where you keep trading wrong. It's almost like you keep trading wrong when you trade wrong. Once you trade right, you keep trading right. I can't explain that, but it helps. You definitely stay on the right side when you stay on the right side. You know, like once you make the right sell at the top, then you watch price come down, it's easier to get back in at the right bottom. You're calmer about it. You're not as emotionally driven, and you're not chasing a loss. You're just making sure you don't give back what you made. It's a far more relaxing way to trade, too. So we're kind of looking for a double bottom here now off of 111,300. We had a chance to consolidate. Things were looking pretty nice for Bitcoin. It chose not to take that bullish move. You know, we got the pump. That's why I like in and out, and I'm done with the day. I like I like just being in one trade of the 1 minute. I mean, that was it right there. Man, what a day. What a perfect move that was. And then you can check it off the list and move on. Be in the trades for like 10 minutes a day and call it a day. So let's see what happens tomorrow. Tomorrow we have Empire State Manufacturing Index, which, you know, can have a little effect, 8:30 there. It is an orange folder, but nothing crazy. And then Thursday, we have core PPI, which always rocks the market a little bit, right? That's coming in on the 16th. Core retail sales, PPI, retail sales, and unemployment claims. All tentative, though. Coming in possibly on Thursday, right? It depends on, like, I believe the government, right? If the government shut down, I don't think we get those numbers. That's why it's tentative. And then nothing crazy on Friday. Import prices, housing starts, building permits. Those are also tentative, right? So it's kind of good we don't get the data. It doesn't rock the market as much when they close the market. Yeah, it's funny. Bit of a double bottom here. Looks like that could likely go further to the downside. Hold on one second. I had the beautiful window open. But now I got landscapers. Bunny just ran away as I did that. It's good luck. I saw Peter Cottontail. Right as I closed the window, a little bunny just flew away there. Fresh air, man. I love being around nature. I love just, you know, if I can be in nature, I'm going to be in nature as much as humanly possible. It resets the mind, gets yourself going, puts you in a great state. Let's take a look at BOOKMAP. BOOKMAP, link in the description below, shows you kind of what's likely going to happen on the day. And they say we're going down to 107,750. Big Red predicts where we're going. That's where the most liquidity lies. And so they want to go all the way down to 107,108K. So they're telling, I mean, there's still some stop losses above us here too. But Big Red, you have 109,350, 107, and even down to 103,000. So Big Red's saying that we could get a move down. Doesn't mean it's guaranteed. You know, there's a possible double bottom right now for Bitcoin. Are we still inside this trade? And oh, wow, look, we're still inside the trade. Fun to have these trades open the whole stream, right? Gives you that feeling of what's going to happen. A little bit of anticipation, like it's something to watch, right? Is he or isn't he going to win that trade? And we got so close. You think that we didn't, you know, they grabbed that liquidity twice and didn't raid below. I think I'd get lucky on this double bottom here. But nothing is guaranteed. Everything is just a, you know, if, then, but. But this would be great for a nice bounce. I mean, that's a beautiful double bottom. Just testing those waters, right? Seeing if that's a strong point. 111,300 is being tested for Bitcoin. Amazing, right? I like the tight moving averages. We're above the 200 still. That's bullish to me. You know, now we go for the 3-minute 200 moving average. If we get above the 3-minute 200, we can make the same flag we had kind of going on that 1 minute. So what we're looking for is something like this. This would be the shoulder. This would be the head. We bounce on up. So look, I'm seeing something different here. And see how my mind's always moving and shaping? You're like, oh, the pattern changes. The pattern training doesn't work. Pattern trading is putting price inside of parameters. Parameters are changing all the time. Like this is the trend line, but if this goes down, that's the trend line. If this goes up, right, you're just putting two trend lines together and watching where they intersect. If you really if you really dissect what you're doing and look at it, you wouldn't put so much pressure on it. You'd realize you're forming reality as it happens. This is just like trading chess, and I say this all the time. You don't know what the person against you is going to do when you're playing chess. If you told yourself he's going to do this for sure, you'd likely lose the game. Right? You may get lucky by just a spear coincidence of doing the right thing at the right moment and not even knowing what you're doing, but the odds are very low, right? The odds of the person that knows the most about the chessboard, that devises all the different moves, is going to win, right? That's the probability is pretty high, right? Same as in trading. The person that knows all the different ideas about, like I know so many different things that can happen right now, and I know how to prepare for them or how to make a move for them. Like I know if we break up above this 200, we make this right shoulder, this head, and we make a right shoulder, the odds are very good I can make a trade. I know if we get rejected and start to slump, that's an M, and we come down, and we're probably coming down to 110.3. And I probably will not make a trade, and I'll wait. And because I've made these moves so many times in my life, my subconscious mind knows exactly what to do and when. You'll get there too. You'll eventually formulate plans that you'll have 100, you'll be like, okay, I do this or that or that or this. based on what I'm seeing right now. And you'll be okay with the loss, and you'll be okay with the win. You won't get so excited when you win. You won't get so depressed when you lose. It'll just be like, okay, that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? I'm collecting data. I like this possible inverted head and shoulder here. Save the day. Get above the 3-minute 200. Oversold stochastics. Lack of bearish momentum in the MACD. Falling volume with falling price suggests we could get a possible reversal here. This volume is falling to the downside, the volume indicator, right? But your sellers are selling, so you're losing sellers, right? That's what it's saying. So we should get a reversal. It's kind of telling us, yeah. Stochastics pointing to the upside. When you get that, also convey the idea that you're going to bounce back to the top of the stochastics. I mean, that's a beautiful double bottom curve in the stochastics RSI. And look, we're still inside the trade. Imagine the emotions. How many people got rocked and wrecked while I sat here and barely got stopped and just kind of watched my trade? People sold here, got in back in, sold that, you know what I mean? All long, then shorted, then long, then shorted. Oh my gosh. A beginner will chop up their entire portfolio right now. Someone did it on stream. They just won't admit it, but someone's chopped themselves. Anyone chop themselves up right now? Just be honest. Hopefully nobody did. Soon as consolidating nicely, yeah, it really is. And we have an update for that in the trading group. Thank you for bringing that up. Can you check on Sol? We did that. Thank you. And we did look at the WXT token. So we serviced the super chat from Brian Rhodes on TMX. We did the super chat from Ace Supersonic, Calvin Caspar, and Cryptic Rebel. We did all your super chats. We appreciate you. We thank you so much. And if he wants me to flash soon, I just will. Soon. I'll do it soon. Sorry, it's so corny. I know. But what else? I don't have much else today. So I got to use whatever, you know. Oh, wow. So it did break out already. So we looked at it. And it was consolidating tight. It was the most likely to pump. And it did. It pumped from 86 cents all the way up to $1. I mean, that's about $1.06. That's 20 cents on 80. That's about a little under 25% gains. Then it gave it all back, but it rested itself at the top of the channel yet again. So what I would be doing for soon is kind of extending this line. And yes, it broke out, broke back inside. I've seen this many times. And yes, very bullish. With the Bitcoin dip, it did nothing. And let's kind of give you a backstory too. Soon could go to 146. It's getting tighter. You know, again, it could easily dump down here too. Be careful. Could be a lot of eyes on it. It's the only coin. They might go right here, stop hunt it, and rip it to the upside. I've seen that many times. So just be careful for the stop hunt here for soon. You know, Bitcoin's got a bit of an Adam and Eve here on the smaller time frame. I mean, a cup and handle here on the smaller time frame. Might make a nice little cup here on the 1 minute, right? And then break out. 15-minute has a little handle here too. Like, see, this is more. This is a cup, and that's a handle there too. Tough price action right now, though. A lot of back and forth. Every time we go up, we come down. Every time we go up and come down, we go up. Very choppy. That's weird. We should have got the continuation. That's a pretty weird drop right there and rejection. You just watch price action so much. A lot of things happen regularly, and then some things don't. Like, that's a weird, just kind of shows a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder there. You see that? You got to bounce back to the top of this trend line. Oh, look, see that? Look, to me, it looks like a shoulder, a head. I'll draw it out one more time. You got to bounce, man. Come on. Stop playing games. X this head and shoulder out. Get the bounce. Let's get the bounce. But it doesn't look good. I mean, that looks like you're going to dump. When you continuously, look, resistance. Resistance. You keep making lower highs. It's telling you something that the bears are in control. We'll see. It doesn't look amazing, though. And look, I'm back down 98. And when you've been in a trade, look, we've been in a trade now for about an hour on the stream and nothing has happened. I mean, that's when you know, especially on a beautiful Tuesday when we're supposed to get great liquidity. We've got absolutely nothing, just a bunch of chop. I mean, shorts are, looks like the shorts may print now. But lately I haven't been shorting the market until I see a big macro change in trend. I see no reason to short the market until I see a macro change in trend. I just no reason. And you say, but you used to short. I used to short a lot more. I did. I short less now just based off that idea. And I'll show you what I mean. So if we go look at Bitcoin on a bigger time frame, like the all-time history index here, and we delete all my work, and we just look at like a weekly. You know, to me, we're still in a beautiful uptrend. And I don't like to short macro uptrends. I've learned my lesson. That's when you can get rocked the worst. And we've seen a lot of people get rocked shorting. So you can make money shorting. But if you're on the wrong end of a short the last few weeks, it would just, you know, so look, this is your higher low, higher high. So here's your low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. We still got higher lows. For me, we'd have to kind of come down and break this low. Shoulder, head, maybe make a giant head and shoulder there. So until we do that, I got to assume we're going to break these previous highs. So I'm more bullish on Bitcoin on the macro timeframes, and that's why you don't see me shorting that much. Now, if we ever got below here, they'd coax me to short a little bit, and if we ever got below there, I mean, I'd start taking way more shorts. And you'd be like, but Sam, we would have lost so much money by then. Why wouldn't you have shorted that whole dump? In those times, it would have been little moves up, and I would have long, and just like you saw me, would have made 500 to 200 a day doing what I do. I found my system. I found my way to slide in there no matter what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? And it's pretty beautiful. On the bearish days, I've made $700 to $1,000 sniping a long. It's crazy. I've convinced myself that I can long and short anytime. So I just long more recently. So yeah, I mean, I see that as a shoulder, head, shoulder, breaking the neckline. You see, right when we said that, you can see it started to kind of do the thing. Now it's going to test the 1 minute 200 moving average. We can't lose that. And funny, each time I do this, I keep extending the channel like it could be a bigger shoulder, head, right shoulder, right? Just brainstorming the idea that we may still be okay in good graces, but we can't lose that 200. We lose the 200, we're going to test 110 again. Very likely. Man, things are going well for Bitcoin. It was drawing the picture of many reversals that we've played out on many a Tuesday. But it got cold feet. And it was a Jerome Powell talking. And let's take a look at we got to look at the regular markets too. Let's look at the S&P future. See what's happening to the markets right now and just see how they're responding. I told you not to stress that they were going to continue to pump and make a flag, right? That's kind of my prediction for the S&P. And right now, they're going to dig through all the people that are full of fear. There's still just too much liquidity down there, people playing games, right? They're going to come in here and just probably eat up all this and come up and go sideways. But over time, I see them making a flag, printing money. And look, 66666, so crazy, right? And that's exactly where my account was at, remember? So weird. But I see them printing money over time, and I see this bouncing, getting sideways, and somewhere by November 6th, somewhere in there, we're going to start to pump again. And my target there is 7,100 all the way to 7,270. So I stress not, I fear not. And to me, I see a bounce no matter what. As long as we stay above the 200 moving average here, you'd be surprised. That's actually pretty bullish. Did they keep me in the trade, though? I finally got taken out, huh? I did. Should have had my stop below the 200, though, because there's a chance that they don't get me there. Anyway, I'm not going to trade it anymore. It's pretty treachery. The only thing I would do now is if this kind of comes up and we go sideways, maybe right there I'll take a scalp. But until now, I'm just waiting. And you know what? Some days are okay. You don't have to chase every single trade. It's okay. Like I take my little scalp. Don't work out. I move on. And watch, it could just take a nasty dump now, and I'll be happy that I'm not heavily in the market. So looks like everyone's waiting to see what Jerome Powell says, and it's adding some kind of mystique to the market. And we had nasty rejections. Look, people took profits at 112. Some big whales decided no. They were not going to let us pass through 112 today. Wasn't going to happen. Had we consolidated, a big move probably likely was going to come, but no. They didn't give me my signal. They gave me one signal earlier today right there, and that was about it. The sell was there. You can kind of see it. So perfect. I kind of knew I was chasing. Live, Laugh, Love says QRL and DMTR. QRL, eh? Let's take a look at QRL. It's like quantum resistance ledger or something like that. Yeah, quantum. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Wow, this thing just continued to boom. So I last looked at it and said it would likely go to $2 That was my target. And I said, look for it to consolidate and go sideways. It didn't get a chance to even do that. It just started breaking out and went parabolically out of this to the upside. This thing went boom, boom, boom. And we were looking at it maybe even further down at 24, but that's a 10x. And then when we looked at it here, it was just 76 cents. Wow, it hit the target and some. QRL. Shout out to anyone that took that shot and take a screenshot of that. QRL, I'll give you the percentage. Wow, 183% and more. And more. Unbelievable. A coach, Sean, somebody take a screenshot. Oh, you guys can come back and take a screenshot of that anytime you want. Just remind yourselves that I said that out loud. You can even write it down. Okay. So for this, I mean, because it's so bullish, I would just say, hey, it could catch up to the daily 21 and then just continue to pump. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's in a beautiful uptrend. And maybe there's FOMO for this because it's, you know, people just think, oh, quantum. I'd put an alert on it and definitely start watching it the next few days and see what it can do. Continue sideways. I mean, it's got some love here to get all the way up to about $3.61. Look for it to go sideways and pump right up here to about 362, right? That would be the next target. Again, no guarantees of that. You got to give it a few days of sideways price action. But damn, man, they're dumping Bitcoin, man. Looks like it does not want to hold that 200 on the 1 minute, or they're at least playing games. So could turn into a bearish day here for BTC. That's kind of my beginning analysis was more bearish than bullish, but then we started some fun. We want to see if they could actually flip it. And I know how they flip it. I watch basically price action, and this is what they do. They're really playing with it here on this 200 moving average. No real strong bullish divergence either in the small time frames. Does not suggest we get a massive pump here to the upside. It's tight. Let's take a look at that next super chat. DMTR. Demetra. I remember we used to trade this thing back in the day a lot. All the time. And I haven't looked at it in a long, long time. Last time I looked at it, I put it in a bit of a flag. Suggested that it could break out. It did break out. You can see that. Actually pumped from about 2.5 cents all the way to 3 3/10 cents. So it's nice. Came up, wiggled around, and then continued in a bit of a flag here. If you look at Demetra, it's actually still looking bullish. And of all the coins out there, this thing may continue to rip. Shout out to Live, Laugh, Love. I remember I used to trade this on KuCoin until that didn't happen anymore, you know. Look for this to get tight, possibly head all the way to 5 cents. That would be the target there. Looks good. I'd put an alert on it. Definitely looks better than most. Thank you for giving us Demetra. We appreciate that. And I have traded this coin before. I think we like 7 and 10x this coin back in the day from, you know, it's crazy. If you've been in my group, we traded so many coins in the last 5 years. It's insane. Bitcoin taking the nosedive right there at that 200. Once it loses that, I mean, it's going to fall down to that, what, the 30 second? Oh, no, I mean, it's really in free fall at that point. I just don't see how it goes any lower. They already grabbed all the liquidity. They extended the moving averages. It's very unlikely you continue to dump after this. The moving averages are so extended, you're very oversold. It still looks like a higher low is going to pump here for Bitcoin. It just looks like that to me. If I had to, if you know, the way the indicators look, they look exhausted. Unlikely, like there's more dumpage, but you don't know. 1 minute may hold this 200. What a key area. Could be a legendary call right there for Bitcoin. A bounce off the 1 minute. Legends. We're legends of mate of. The 1 minute 200. We're legends of mate of, my men. Legends, baby. Legends. Can we get the bounce? Right now, we're getting the bounce right back inside, just like we should off this yellow line. How do I know? It's just how this yellow line works. It's so weird. Definitely look like a higher low. Very oversold. Let's go, baby. Bounce right back to the top. Show us how you consolidate into a beautiful channel. Make an inverted head and shoulder that just wants to rip. It's not over yet, baby. We may have the sauce. looking for that daily bottom every single day. We might have caught the daily bottom, 109.888. So you're telling me there's a chance. There's always a chance. Let's see what's hot right now, kind of sticking out today on CoinMarketCap. In the last hour, Zcash continues to hold its own, up 8%. Story IP, double Z too, has been on the radar. Plasma, Celestia, TIA, Render, up 1%. Not much today. Most things are down. But really, the hottest coin of the game, Zcash. Let's take a look at Zcash and see if there is something worth grabbing onto there. Looks like it wants to bounce off the 1 hour 200 MA for Bitcoin. Could be a beautiful entry with a stop below the 1 hour 200. Again, using the 200 moving average for the discounted price. And, if this kind of can break up and stay inside of this bigger flag, or even kind of come out of this little bull flag here. Zcash has been on an extreme tear, so possible entry right there, even when you were closer to the 200, is already booming. The target's 424. Zcash looks bullish to me, and there could definitely be some more coming out of the Zcash. Bitcoin struggling yet again to get back above and hold above this 200 moving average on the 1 minute time frame. Just doesn't look like it wants to hang. Every time we get a jump, we get a dump. Right? It's crazy. We'll see. We're above that 200. Can we hold? It had a nice little move to it for a second here. But look, it just rolled over immediately. That has to kind of rip up the right shoulder. Rip up the right side of the head there. And really give you that movement. Welcome to my channel. If your name is a crypto lifer, then you're here. And you call yourself a crypto lifer. My name's Sam Price. I've been trading since I was 22 years old. I'm 42. I've been dabbling with markets for a long, long time. I've hit the buy button so many times in my life. I've hit the sell button so many times in my life as well. I've gotten in and gotten out of so many different trades, from the New York Stock Exchange to Toronto Stock Exchange, from, silver and gold miners to pharmaceutical companies to speculating on marijuana stocks to getting into cryptocurrency. I've been around the bend, and I've seen a lot of price action in my life, and I believe I can help you. Come to my channel every single day, and I'm here to kind of show you the way all the time. All right, and I can basically kind of teach you how price action works. I'm not 100%. If I was, I'd be wrong. You know what I mean? I don't. No one can be 100%. Some bots are. I got a bot that's almost dang near 100%. My bot has not lost. The only time I lost when I had to rearrange the settings. I do have a bot that's 97% accurate right now. It's basically 100 because it's never lost. It's only lost when I had to take it out of a trade. But I'm a human. I'm not a bot. But what I will do is I will show you price action every single day. That's what's unique about this channel. I haven't taken a day off since February of 2021. That can be, the Guinness Book of World Records. Anyone can look at that and they can affirm that. They can have someone go through every single stream and assess. I am going for some type of record. There's got to be a record in crypto streaming for the most crypto streams consecutively ever in the history. And we've been doing it for over 4 years straight without a day off. I know it's obsessive. I know it's crazy. Some people say, how did you do it? I say, because I have the gift of God with me, and God is filling me with energy every single day, and he doesn't let me miss. If God doesn't let me miss, I can't miss. You see what I'm saying? And God has a plan for me. God has a plan for this channel. I don't really know what it is. I have my own plans and thoughts, and I've definitely put them forward, and they've been working out. I've put myself out there, and I have a vision. But God has been making that vision come true every day for me. And I said, dear Lord, thank you for what you've given me. Like every night before I go to bed, you know what I do? I do my affirmations of my 3 children. I say, thank you for the baby. She's 1 year old. She didn't choke. Nothing happened, She made it through her day learning about the world safe. Amen. I said, thank you for my 4-year-old. She didn't fall off her tricycle, didn't bump her head. Blessings, And I said, and thank you for my 10-year-old, my 11-year-old now, that she had a wonderful day too, and nothing happened. And then I said, thank you for my wife for being healthy. And I said, thank you for keeping me healthy. And then I go on to my sister and other people in my life, the lifers. But I say thank you to that all 3 of my children survived the day safe, right? Because say we were here today and I made $10,000 live, maybe $100,000. Maybe I made one of the biggest trades of my life and I made $250,000 one day. But two of my kids or one of my kids or even, one of my kids was sick. Like one of my kids has had pneumonia before in the hospital. Like, I can't focus on the money. So, and what if I lost tons of money that day, but my kids weren't feeling well? I wouldn't focus on the loss either, right? So I know that my kids' health is the number one thing in my life and everything else can follow that. So I say thank you for that, and then I go from there. And everything else kind of follows that. And then, I got to be a good dad to my wife, be a good dad for my children. The father creates society. Don't you get? When a father shows up every day and comes home, when a father works every single day for a wealthy goal, has an honorable business, that's such a good example for the kids in the family, for the kids in the entire neighborhood. Right? Think about a street. One street, all the dads are at the bar and barely home. Another street, all the dads have a successful business, work, mostly from home, stay with the kids and the family. What street's going to have more successful kids? Be honest. The one where the dads aren't home and drinking, or the ones where the dad's home all the time, taking care of business? We all know the answer to that question. And would society benefit from multiple streets where there was many dads home, or multiple streets where the dads weren't home? Let's take that one system so let's go by. We have a street. This street has 10 men that come home and focus and are disciplined. This street has 8 out of the 10 men that drink and hang out at bars. Now let's take a city and let's make a city of 100 of these streets and 100 of these streets. Which city is going to be better? So it proves you society moves. Look at that pump for Bitcoin back to the upside. Awesome pump for BTC. So what it does, it tells you that society benefits from the father being around 100%. And so everyone thinks that society is this big group of all this stuff at once, but it's really the small little pieces of the puzzle that fit together that create a successful society. And a strong man is part of a successful society, and a strong woman too. I'm not signaling out just the men. Women have a role, and the men have a role. Men have a role to keep women safe so they feel comfortable so they can build. Women make men give men a foundation so they can go out in the world and make women feel comfortable. It's a cycle that they both do something for the other so that we can build. I can't do things for my kids my wife can't. I can do things for my kids that my wife can't. We both play a role with our children. Anyway, just wanted to kind of break up how important it is. And so if you can make money financially, become free, push yourself every day, you can help society grow and move forward. All right. If you want to play games and do drugs and alcohol and just do whatever and not be consistent, not be disciplined, you're not building for society, right? You're building for yourself. But there's a bigger picture. The human race needs you. Okay? The human race needs you to be on point. It's made up of all of us on point people. That's how we stay on point. People work really hard for us to progress every single day. Amen. So the bounce is in off the 200 moving average. All right? And that could be an epic long right there for Bitcoin. Back to the upside. Might even be the daily bottom. We don't know, but hey. And look how we dissected this all day long. And now you can see, a bit of a shoulder, a head, a right shoulder, because we stayed on price action for basically 2 hours straight. We did not stop. Hour and a half, we've been out here, 90 minutes without fail. And it's not easy to stay focused for this long. There's times I want to look at something else, a cat video, but you can't. The people that are focused are the people that are winning. All right? The people that are focused are the people that are winning. Follow me at CryptoLifer33 on Twitter. We greatly appreciate it. We are growing every single day all over the internet, and we thank you and we appreciate you. So continue to follow me. Continue to hear what I have to say. We're moving. Look at Chainlink. Interesting. Signal. Let's take a look at what's happening to Chainlink here. I like this bounce for Bitcoin. We did bounce out that flag back to the upside. Zcash getting the bounce too as well, which it should if Bitcoin can hold its own. This is a tough market because you can't trade those altcoins. You can see that Bitcoin's holding its own. It's not easy, right? So Chainlink's just bouncing with Bitcoin like it's going to take everything, like it's going to take what Bitcoin did. So everything got rocked. Everything was looking good and everything got rocked by Bitcoin. But what they did do is they stayed above their daily 200 moving averages. And so what we could say is that's just going to be the wick that put them in, and that's going to be the move. So now if it goes to 48, you know, they already got in at 10 and 12, right? And not at 18 and 22. But again, Bitcoin has to bounce. The altcoins can then bounce, and then we'll get sideways, and then Chainlink will rip up to 45, 48 bucks. And that would be awesome for me. I would make a pretty penny as I put 100 grand in Chainlink, around, you know, $10 and $11. So I'd like to see that thing do a 4 to 5x for Sheezy, and pay the trader. And again, getting in near the daily 200 moving average is treachery. There's usually a lot of fear, but it could be the greatest prices ever in history for any asset in the world. And you can backtest this and study it for yourself, and you'll find it to be true. All right? Definitely something that you want to, you know, always kind of pay attention to. Where is that daily 200 moving average? Let's take a look at BTCC, the oldest exchange in the game. And let's take a look here if there's a trade. The 5 minute is, look, the 5 minute's making a bull flag right now. Now it is below the 200, but the 1 minute is above it. And we finally got ourselves a bull flag. That's a bull flag, baby. You got support or resistance. You got liquidity. That looks like it's going to continue to pump to the upside. And it's got a cup and handle vibe too as well. So here I'm just going to show you how we use BTCC. So like here, I'd like to go up all the way to, I'd like to go up to 113,863, right? And wow, we're getting the pump now. Pretty crazy. And then the stop loss is at 110,793. You got to hit the advanced button. It's going to show you, okay, here's 477 for 1,200. Hit confirm. There's a smaller account. I don't love it. Like, it's not like, Wow, we just spiked up nicely all the way to 11,636 too. A little smaller of a trade. 268. All right, there we go. And then you can kind of read your trade. You can see your liquidation. You can see what you used. You can see where you're at. And that's how to trade on BTCC. And I like it. Look, it gives you this nice little window. You can move this up or down very simply. Looks great and wonderful. All right. Technically, Mt. Gox was the Olders. Yeah. Rugged by Jim Simon. Who's Jim Simon? Who is Jim Simone? Right? There you go. All right. Oh, no. I deleted that. I don't know why. So here, I want to show you the entire, I want to see Bitcoin dominance now and Tether dominance. Remember, we were looking at that closely, and it was important that Tether dominance got rejected by a key area. Let's take a look. And you should watch my Friday macro technical analysis video. It really couples with what's happening now and kind of puts everything in perspective for you, so you can get a kind of good handle of what's happening. All right. Here's my button started working there. We'll delete the brushes. It's a lot. And so look, at the end of the day, there's a lot of up and down today. You remember, you want to focus on that 1 minute 200 moving average. That's just important that Bitcoin stays above that. So look at Tether dominance. It is making the flag on the daily. I said I don't want to see it break back above the 200 moving average. It looks like it is. See, if we get this consolidation and it starts doing this, I mean, it's going to show that there's going to be some type of more black swan, more downside. But if this can kind of start to slump and move back down, that's what we're looking for. That's really what we want to see, right? I like how we're battling this 200 moving average. It's pretty nice right now on the 1 minute time frame. When I got screens everywhere, I'm looking at data all the time for you. I got 6 screens of constant data. So look, I mean, 107,000 still is big red though, for whatever reason, but it could disappear. It's not guaranteed. You know, nothing's guaranteed. And remember that these are just probabilities, but it still says, BOOKMAP still suggests 108 could be the down move, right? Sorry about that. I had cough. I didn't want to like cough all over the mic on there. And so back to the 1 minute. Where are we? So yeah, so far so good with the bounce off the 1 minute 200 moving average. Things kind of doing their thing. I love it. We want to make this should go all the way back to the top of the channel. Think about it. It bounced. I mean, look at that. The 200 moving average again shows why you get in using it with the 21 and why you can get in here with the bounce. Both of these were great entries today, despite the choppiness of the market. Showed that my system is tried and true. No matter what the market really gives you, you can fight through it and you can make it happen and you can find moves. But you got to be disciplined. You got to do it almost every day, you know. Those are just shorts still in the trade. That's the liquidity that's down there. They put in the shorts and some people are going to hold on to it. Some people probably already got out and took the L. I agree. Almighty fight between Fargo and useless for soul top meme. The giant flush with smart money selling the old, dead, underperforming projects and moving liquidity to the mostly new and better bullish ones for the blow off top. This happens every time. LAC moving, really? Ponky has some good material coming out. We need that plush toy. I mean, that would be awesome. I'm a Ponky holder, so I would love to see a Ponky plush toy. That would be awesome. Show me the money, right? Give us the plush toy. We want it and we want it now. So wow, we battled the markets today and we're able to kind of find an area of grace. And it looks like that was your daily bottom, 109.88, a higher low there, and we could kind of dig ourselves out of here. I feel like the bears would have dumped us by now. Someone says LAC, don't care. What is LAC? I don't know what LAC is. Never heard of it. Is it this Lithium Americas Corp? That thing's out of control right now. That ripped from $3 all the way to $9. Anyway, I think that's what you're looking at. Someone says LAR. I don't see LAR either. LINEA. Guys got me thinking of LINEA now. LINEA is making these higher lows, and I keep hearing its name in DeFi. Would it be surprised if it bounces back up here and it eventually rips? I think I hold some LINEA from back in the day. I can't remember. I'd have to verify. Let's take a look at ASTER. ASTER had a bounce, but is it a sustainable bounce is the question. I mean, everything's doing what Bitcoin's doing. If Bitcoin can find this bottom, everything's going to bottom here. Everything's following Bitcoin so closely. You can see the exact chart we just went over all day. So you're looking for this to kind of come up and consolidate. Could be your lower high buy there. Higher low buy. So you're telling me there's a chance. Bitcoin doing nice. I like what it's doing. I'm sticking to the idea that long is going to play out. We get above that 5-minute 200 moving average. Let's take a look at the crypto fear and greed index. Back at 38, when it was 24, I mean, have to buy Bitcoin at 24. In the 20s, it's a must. Look at this thing was down here at 24, 27. I mean, that's a guarantee. Yeah, I guess that's if this is in the 20s, I'm buying BTC. It is what it is every single time. Shout out to Mitch Ray, TA, man. God bless you. Mitch Ray in here. My man, Mitch Ray, good dude. I met him a few times. I have his phone number in my phone. Me and Mitch Ray, old school buddies. Let's get the pump. Show us the moves. Sammy does it again. He's the man. It was 40 yesterday. I see it as, I use a different one. I use this one, alternative.me. You guys use a one from somewhere else. Yeah. Let's take a look at your trending coins too as well. The top 20 search coins today. LINEA, as I talked about, funny, right? And it doesn't mean they're up, it just means they're searched. Zcash, still up 88% in a week, which is amazing. Ethena, Advantis. People still looking at Advantis. 00 keeps coming up over and over again. Hyperliquid, I'm so happy I got rid of holding that thing. I'm done. Watching that thing go from 40 to 39 every 5 seconds. So done with it. Chain Opera was hot. It was hot, up 195%, 886. But we'll look at it. I looked at it yesterday. It didn't do amazing. Vanguard, VWA. Chain Opera, again, ASTER, previous ASTERUS. You're flying, ASTER. Chainlink, Clink, Solana at 196. Recall, brand new. Yield Basis, brand new. Kalshi, brand new. 375 AI. EAT. These are ones that could come out next week and boom. Pipe Network. I would look at these. Lakochi, can you do those research things like you do on 375 AI, Kalshi, Yield Basis, Monad, and Recall? All of those. I want to know more about them. See what's going on if you can. Thank you. Okay. Look at Falcon. My heart is racing, waiting for Powell to come on to the live. Yeah, the only 21 follow Sammy. The only 2 I follow, Sammy and Mitch. Thank you, Uncle. I appreciate that. Yeah. So there we have it, man. We're starting to kind of hang out, and we're holding our own. I see this going sideways, and I see us pumping. I'm calling 113.3 and like the next 4 to 5 hours. Jerome Powell's dovish. Everything goes our way. We get a pump of the NASDAQ and the S&P. We're just too oversold in the higher low. You know, the bears would have broken us down. They could not break that 200 moving average. That was a bullish sign there. And now things going our way for PTC. And we fought off the bears. We did what we had to do. Now it's a signal again. We're touching the 21 above the 200 in consolidation. That's my signal. So now, like, the real signal is flashing yet again. Someone wrote Caspa, Sammy. I mean, Caspa, I have it, but it's like a prayer now. Like, geez. I honestly don't even want to look at it anymore. It depresses me. So slow. So, you know, it's just whatevers. They botched a lot of stuff, too. I love them, but they botched a lot of... Let's be honest. Like, oh, we're doing memes. Oh, no, we're not. Oh, we're doing this. Oh, no. Smart contracts coming out. Oh, no, they're not. Oh. I mean, I believe they're a beautiful project. Proof of work, you know, based off Bitcoin, smarter idea, cheaper transactions. Like, the whole... I get it. Like, I'm all about it. But, like, if you're not marketing it right, if people don't... Like, you could be the nicest car on the game, but if you never drive around and nobody knows, it doesn't matter. You don't exist. So Casper was cool. Like, and they had a lot of people like vibing for them a long time ago. And I still own them. I should only be positive about it, right? I should only pump my own bags. I'm just a realist. Like, I should, no one would actually speak negatively about something they hold. I'm not even speaking negatively. I'm just being honest, man. This looks like it has to double or triple bottom here. Plasma before it can break back. Plume. Doesn't look amazing, but you're either getting discount prices or this thing is dumping. Bitcoin absolutely ripping to the upside, doing damage. I'm loving it. I am loving it. Let's go. I got this trade cooking here on KKX up 583. Let's see if this thing can continue to rip ski. Let's go. I like it. And that's a pump. That is a pump. That is a pump. With that stop loss to break even, I'm about to take that 700. Let's go. It's a big trade, $162,000. Let's go. Let's continue to rip, baby. That's unsustainable on the 1 minute. You see how far you are from the 21-day moving average? But it looks like this could be a bigger pump throughout the day. See, I want that right shoulder to come. I can get back inside this trade. Take 762 real quick. Oh my God, this thing might just continue. This might make me $1,000. Look, 888. Send it, baby. Send it. See, I just always keep moving my stop losses into position. That's just how I do. I know it's, look, 930. We're about to make a G. We're about to make $1,000 in under a few minutes. 969. Come on, show us the G. Send me the G for everybody. They clinked me. They clinked me. But that's how you make money. All right? Look at that. Right shoulder, continue to pump. I definitely was extended on that trade, but bang, bang, bang. Guys, we might be in a legendary trade. Seriously, I like to call the absolute bottoms. Like, that thing might continue to rip all the way up to 113.3 now. Look at that. We breached this, and it's kind of a slanted Adam and Eve if you think about it. Powell going to change the game. Please stop taking profits with a stop loss. You will favor yourself in the long run. I don't know what he's saying, man. God bless you, bro. Yeah. Is it your wedding day today? No, 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 no. Sammy, cup and handy. Lifer's got the gift of speech, the power to reach each person on his stream. Amen. Human printing machine. Right? Solana, mate. I mean, this is great. This thing's continuing to rip. What a pump. We might have called that daily bottom there. Look, right off the 200 moving average. Look at that. Bang. Get in, get out. Theoretically, KKX has like zero fees, man. Like zero. Like KKX takes no fees. I'm telling you right now, I trade places with zero fees. That's why I do what I do. I've already had it all thought out. You're overthinking it. You're telling me to do things you haven't even, I've thought it out over you. Congrats on the game, though. We're always happy to see Sammy win. Thank you. Hey, it is what it is, man. Two-tone pocket square, man, to match the tie. I've done it before, but, man, blue and gray at the same time? So fresh. So fresh. Look at the 3-minute BTC chart. 3-minute looks rippy. Look at that. Above the 200, getting pumpy. What a move, man. And look how much work we put in to get this gain. Like, we had to work so hard for these gains. You guys see me put in the work. It's not, nothing is free here. Every single day we fight. Oh, you like that pin? Yeah. It's a senator, U.S. Senator pin. I was given it to by a senator. Pretty cool, man. I'm stuck. Someone please give me a helping hand and pull me out. It's so dark here. We love you, local traveler. It's okay, man. Just believe you're the opportunity, bro, and you are. Take a deep breath. Start working out. Create endorphins in the mind. Create positive chemicals in the brain that keep pushing. And you're going to be able to be amazing. Trust me, you've got this. There's a reason why you're awesome. Yeah, the fee was $16. Look at this. KKX, the fee was $16. The other fee was $14. Look at that, $16 on the fee. On a $900 win. Crazy, right? Again, trading in exchanges with low fees. MEXC has the least amount of fees in the game too as well. Weeks has pretty low fees comparatively. Other exchanges I do use have higher fees, but they have some other cool features. So, you got to kind of pick and choose your battles there when it comes to it. Someone says, starting Sol USD with 200, can I? You do whatever makes you happy. I will never tell you what to do. Are you stuck in Diddy's basement? There's no saving you. Oh, come on, man. Senator Sam Price, God bless you, man. Pocket Square, Gabe Tight, Sammy, thank you. I know, right? People don't even know, though. They don't even know. Like Lenovo. People don't even know, like Lenovo. So, hey, another flag here on the 1 minute time frame could predict another continuation move here to the upside. We got a flag out, though. Nice move. Whoever took that move with me. Awesome trade. I mean, that's how we do it. I had so many screens open. Someone says Jerome Powell speaking at 12:20. I don't think he's speaking right now. Yeah. Thanks for the 553 likes, everybody. Thank you so much for those likes, everyone. That is so blessed. Shout out to everybody that made it to the stream today. Dear Lord, thank you for everyone you sent to the stream. I'm so grateful for this amazing opportunity to be here every single day and be positive, push light, and show people how I make gains every single day, baby. Let's go. Strategies, tried and true. If anyone got a discipline as me, they would have enough money to push themselves and do whatever they needed. They'd be able to invest in their own businesses. They'd have the money they needed to make it happen. I'm teaching you how to do it from within. You don't need anybody to help you. You don't need an investor. You don't need somebody else's money. You could do this right here, right now, from your own mind, every single day. 5 minute likely to just probably push up to that 200 and hit the rejection mode. I'd like to see a flag, though, personally, on the 1 minute. More to come. Looks like we may have a fun day of trading ahead of us, everyone, and we could liquidate all the way up to 122,000. Chance these disappear and we pump all the way up. I'm just, we usually do go to red, but right now we are pumping back to 112K. Let's liquidate the shorts before Powell talks. 100%. Claim your Jupe rewards. Thank you. Yeah, I forgot about that. I do have to claim my Jupe rewards again. Bitcoin doing damage off the 1 minute bounce. Dude, we called the 1 minute bounce off the 200 moving average. It was legendary. I don't want people to do extra risky stuff, Don't have the funds for a membership, but thank you for being here daily. Yeah. I mean, I've given you enough knowledge to make $3 a day. 100%. I in my humble opinion, $3 a day can be done with the knowledge I give you. And that's all it costs to be in the trading group. So anyone that thinks they can't afford the trading group just has a lack of abundant mindset. I'm sorry to say, I got to say it without hurting someone's feelings, but if you believe you can't afford the trading group, you lack abundance. You lack the ability to have abundance in your mind. And once you lack abundance, you will lack, when your mind lacks abundance, your life will lack abundance. Once you believe anything is possible, like if you believe I could easily make enough money to join the trading group, then you will. Like, not easily, but it's definitely going to happen. I am capable of making $99 a month to invest in my future with someone that's pushing every single day. Yeah, the second you tell yourself you can't afford something, you can't. You just told yourself it's not happening. I can't buy a Lambo. Okay, then you won't. I could buy a Lamborghini if I put my mind to it. Okay, you will then. The universe will conspire to make you win, to help you to win. And people don't like this type of talk. They think it's rude. They get hurt by it. They say, I don't want to hear that. And I say, then maybe this isn't the place for you. Okay, because I'm here to sharpen swords. I'm here to push people all the way. I'm here to find fine-tooth people that can make it happen. All right? Bang, bang, bang. Look at this, man. 333's in the chat. Tip the man for the patience on the amazing call. Thank you so much for the 333. Kevin, you didn't have to do that, but you did. That will come back to you tenfold. 3 grand's coming to you. Somehow, some way, you're about to make 3 grand. 10xing that super chat. Come back to you. Absolutely amazing. Thank you for the 333, man. God bless you. And this thing's continuing to pump, everybody. This ain't over yet. I sold early yet again. Again. I showed you guys a gain almost every single day this week. In the channel, in the trading group, we've been doing, the bounce off the 200 moving average on the 1 minute time frame. Like, come on now. That was epic sauce right there. And we stayed with it the whole time. The double bottom. I got hit off the first time. I made my money back. You saw me. I lost. I still won. Unbelievable. We fight every single day. I'm so excited to see where this market can take us. There's opportunity every day, baby. Always pay the trader. Pay the trader. It's day in and day out. I'm here 10 a.m. to 12 every single day, baby. That 10-minute countdown, fine. 10-10. But you know what I'm saying. Put the lemon in the water. Get it cooking. Get it going. You've got this. I sold early. We may catch another flag here. I'm looking to get back in. You didn't sell early. You paid the trader on time. Once I joined the trading group, it paid for itself for over 2 years. Unbelievable. And now you're set. Now you just get knowledge. Now you just get the knowledge and get to ride the wave with us. Was that the daily bottom at 109.88? Likely it was. We go after it all the time. Let's take a look at the big picture now. Because the big picture probably is tweezer bottoming on the daily. Look at Bybit Spot for a second here on the daily. I don't want to stop. Okay, 4 hour then. So there's our 4 hour tweezer bottom. And again, another idea for a trader is to get in right here. And this is basically a double bottom. Stop loss right here, and you'd be trading this double bottom. This is a 68% chance of a break to the upside. The measured move would be here with that high volume node back to 122,000. You basically be calling the bottom right now with a stop loss below this idea. I like it. Bitcoin continuing to rip now, out of control. That trade would have made me like $1,500. My gosh, we're pumping 112. And now they're flattening the shorts yet again here. Who's still in the trade making gains? Bang, bang, bang. Who's still in the trade making gains? You people are animals. And you don't want to chase these green candles now. Wow, but what a pump. Off that 200 moving average on the 1 minute time frame. I showed you my sauce and how it works today yet again. Again. Look, if you missed that initial look, there it is again. The 21 touching in the flag on the 3 minute. Boom. I love my signal, man. I figured out some of the hottest sauce in the game. Look, now we can do the same thing. With the 5 minute break above the 200. And I talked about this earlier today. I already kind of taught you. I already went over this. It might have gone over a lot of people's heads, but I already talked about, hey, you don't chase, you could wait for this. And that's my next big trade. I'll go after that maybe with a stop below the 200. And we'll see what we can get a gain. Sam is the best and the most consistent. TP Don. TP1 Don, I love you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate that. How many people made gains here on the stream? Put a 333 if you made gains on the stream. Put a 333 if you made gains on the stream, baby. Shout out to Master Friend of the House, Bellico X, Dylan Gowerly, NKS Studios, Dijon Mays. And see why people keep coming here even after these liquidations. See why my trading group keeps growing. Do you understand why my group keeps going while we hit 100,000 subscribers and we continue to grow? Everybody wants the sauce. Everybody wants a channel like this, but they don't want to put in the work. It was so hard what we just did. So many people probably hating on me, watching, oh, he's not going to hit. Snickering behind my back. But then there was also so many people believing in me, so many people giving me love, so many people supporting me. And I focus on the love. I focus on the energy that brings it in. That high frequency behavior. Like this guy, Sam's the best and most consistent. God bless you. Thank you for the compliment. Look at all the 333s. All these people make gains today on this channel. People make gains on the channel. All these other channels, people watch. I don't know what they're doing. We teach people actionable skills that pay here every single day, man, on this channel. You're funny, man. Don't say that. MK Buzz, you're too much. Thank you, Sam, for the trade. Excellent job, sir. Shout out to everyone. And if you executed the trade, don't thank me. You executed it. You know, a lot of people watch my channel, but they're stuck. They can't make a move. They're still in fear. You made that trade. You made it happen. You got yourself out of fear. You took positional strength. You made it happen. And you went after it. Stay blessed. 500%. Praise the Lord, man. Wow. You people are awesome. Legendary stuff here today on the channel. And so now we're waiting for the flag again here on the 5 minute. We're waiting for the 5 minute signal. That will send us to 115,787. And we've produced a bunch of higher lows now today. We possibly have stopped the trend. We double bottomed. We found the daily bottom likely at 109,888. Okay. Micro hesitation and a lot of money. I'm doing my breakout prop eval and I'm up 2K already with this trade. Thank you, Sam. Hey, God bless you, man. I want to, I can help people pass their evals. Show up every day. Just get it in. Shout out to Kevin Flanagan for the $333 super chat. Unbelievable. Shout out to Crypto Weirdo for giving a $5 super chat talking about how he's up on his breakout. And thank you so much. You didn't have to give, but you did, brother. Solana eating the greens too. Everything's going to follow this Bitcoin move. Just don't get too euphoric. In and out. Day in and day out. Legendary for sure. Shout out to my man Vincenzo. I need to join the trading group. I always learn something I'm not seeing elsewhere. Jump on in then. And you're going to learn even more in the trading group. Why wait? Like, what are you waiting for? You're throwing money in the garbage by not joining the group. Seriously. Because the knowledge is what produces gains. I didn't chase money. I chased knowledge. Now I'm able to actually give people my knowledge, and that makes us all gains together. Had I sat there and chased gains the whole time and focused on money and watches and cars, I never would have known what I know about the charts. That's why when I watch people post charts or post their, their cars and all this stuff, and I'm like, I have a money producing calculation in my brain. Like, I'm a money producer. My brain produces money out of my mind. I found mathematical equations and probabilities to print money in my home. I don't need to buy watches and Lamborghinis. Like, it's, you know what I mean? I know I can print money from the brain. Everything else seems stupid to me, right? Like, I've achieved what every man in the world would want to achieve, what every human being would love to have. A brain that produces gains from the knowledge that I possess. And you can sell that knowledge to anyone around the world because they can see that you got it. No one can take your knowledge from you. No one can take your work ethic, and no one can take your honor. Your honor comes from your work ethic and your consistency. All right. Thank you, Sam, for the giggle and BNB. Thanks to you. Giggle looking like a Sammy Cup and Handy. Or is it just me? Thank you, Matt Did. I love you. Thank you. So look, we're looking for our next possible trade here. And it's here. The 5 minute. Now, I've even just thrown money in when the 5 minute crosses the 200 blindly, and I've made gains. But I've learned a safer way is to wait for the 21 to catch up with price. I got stopped while making my smoothie, but made 3%. Stop loss to break even plus tax. Hey, there you go. My Rolex is attached to my brain called time. Lots of it too. Hey. This guy should write scripts for the WWE. You're funny, man. I bought Bitcoin at 110,040 and holding for it high. 34 up. I love it. God bless you, Sammy. We're all blessed to have you teach and guide us. God is great. Shout out to J-Soul. We love you, man. Amazing community. I love this community. Strong community of people here. Look, this trade still continues to pump. Bitcoin 112,700. I never led you astray here. We took live gains on the channel too as well. You saw me killing it, wrecking it, banging on them. And wow, this thing is strong. Look at 112,888. Oof. I sold a little early there, did I? I think would still be plowing away right now. Scot-free paying the trader. It's like Jimmy Swaggart discovered YouTube. You guys are funny, man. I'm going to devote prayers for you today, Sam. Thank you. I'm going to devote prayers for you too, man. Peace. God bless you, man. And everybody here on the channel. Great Father, always welcome here in UK anytime. Thank you, Chrissy K. We love you. I will take you up on that and eat some, I don't know what you guys eat over there, but, you know, shepherd's pie. Right? That's Irish, but, you know, same thing. Wow, look at this. And the super chats come in strong. Crypto Viking. I made 20K in BITF with Sammy's BTCA today. Unbelievable. $20,000, man. Wow. Wow. Unbelievable. We're a community. We are the lifers. Thank you so much for the $100 super chat. Super chats are abound right now. People are blessing me. Viewer activity is amazing. Stream health is excellent. I used to be able to see the super chats. They've changed it up now. Oh, there we go. $494 in super chats. You people just bought me a steak dinner and some. Unbelievable. Thank you so much. And, you know, say I got liquidated and got in my head. I wouldn't be able to come out today and produce the gains for everybody. Say I was all depressed and in my mind and didn't believe I was the opportunity. We wouldn't have a beautiful show. See how every day you got to rid yourself of what happened yesterday and move forward? And therefore you can make opportunity. But you got to shake it off. You can't hold on to your losses. Shoulda, woulda, couldas, and all that nonsense. It's just, what a waste of time. Let's stay in the present moment. Let's build with what we have. Let's not use the past to deteriorate the present. Amen. I would align, right? Let's not use the past to deteriorate the present. Let's build in the present moment. Let's stay positive. Today's stream was amazing, man. It was an affirmation of why we show up every single day. See, the stream tells you why to show up every day. You see me win. You see you win. We win because we're consistent. And that's the only reason we continue to win. Now, watch Jerome Powell wreck the whole day, and we're going to dump to the downside. No, but look, you rode the stochastics from the low to the high. I talk about it. You rode the above the 200 moving average with the 21 touching. We talk about it. We talked about the 1 minute bouncing off the 200. We knew it before it happened. We got it. Unbelievable how it played out. I took the trade, sold it somewhere here. There was more to have. Look for the 1 minute to make a flag. Look for the 5 minute to flag out above the 200 moving average. That's our next trade. All right, and we may have found that daily bottom. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. Jump on into the trading group. Go to cryptolifer.com. I don't know what else I can do. If this wasn't the best commercial for a trading group, I don't know what was. Seriously. Every single day. We got the radio voice. We got the clean cut look. And we give you sauce that actually works. Like people are writing 333 in the stream. Like I made gains on stream. They're not saying something happened after the fact. They're not like, oh, next week I'll figure this out. Thanks for the knowledge. No. It happened live. No one can hate on you when you join our trading group. No one can say anything about you when you become a crypto lifer. You'll say, what? I joined the most consistent Discord in the game? Either you're a lifer or you're not. That's how I look at it. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for one of the most amazing live streams I've ever had. And I had no idea what was going to happen. I put my best foot forward. I put all the sauce out there, and we went from there. Dear Lord, thank you for everything you've given me in this life. Help me continue to produce gains for others and help everyone with the knowledge that I have and keep people away from horrible leverage losses and really bad damage. If you're going to trade leverage, please demo trade for over a year. You've really got to understand what you're doing. You've got to build habits that are positive. Otherwise, leverage trading will eat you alive. You got to have trading skills that keep you constant, so leverage trading doesn't let you make inconsistencies. You got to stay focused and have a foundation, all right? Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Thank you so much for dedicating your most precious asset, which is your time, to the stream. Without your time, there is no stream. Each and every one of you dedicate time, which makes this algo pop, which makes my life expand. I travel the world because of each and every one of you care about what I have to say. I will never forget about my community. You people have got me around the world. I went to Singapore. I went to Dubai because this channel has represented me and people think that it's worth it to send me places. So thank you so much. May God bless everybody. I'm so thankful for all the opportunities that have been produced for me from this channel, and I'll continue to give everything I have every single day. I love you. Remember, the secret to success is getting started. You're not going to be great to start, but you got to start to be great. What are you going to start today that's going to change your life? I love you. I started this stream, and look, I continue to go every single day to 250,000 subscribers and beyond. I love you. I'll see you on the next one.